All right, people. This is a abrupt live stream. I didn't even give a 2-minute notification, and I did that because I'm very late for today's live stream. But I'm here. Do not worry. Anytime that I don't show up at the usual time, most likely I'll just be a little late. But we're here now. Let's get into it. And this will not be too long. So I'm going to try to push through this. And keep in mind that whenever I'm late, it means that the live stream will be a little shorter. So I will move faster. I want to deal with these two cases that took place here recently. I believe one was on Halloween night. The other was very close to Halloween night, may as well been Halloween night. And dogs have proven once again that they need to be addressed. And more than anything, I believe they demonstrated once, as they do all the time, that killer dogs at the very least need to be banned. It's actually very ridiculous to have killer dogs as pets, to even sell killer dogs as pets. What do I mean by killer dogs? Dogs that attack to kill. I don't know how many people know this, but when it comes to predators like dogs, even though dogs are mutants, but this is also the case with lions and tigers and other large cats. When they fight, it's never to kill. It's usually never to kill. Now, sometimes they will kill you. A bunch of, 2-3 male lions catch a foreign lion in its territory. That foreign lion might get killed. Not always. Oftentimes, the goal is just to slap the other lion around a little bit and then chase them off the territory. But with pit bulls, every attack is an attack until the death. And that's a trait with bully breeds that was bred into them, that is a part of their DNA. Don't talk to me about how much more often other dogs attack, when those other dogs don't attack until the death. Do y'all not understand that makes a whole world of difference? A dog that bites you even twice, bite, let go, is a lot different than a dog that is not ceasing its attack at all. When we hear reports that by the time the cops arrive, the victim was still under attack, understand that is excessive violence, excessive, unnecessary, mutant violence, where a person can really be laid out unconscious and the dogs will still be ripping at them. Well, this lady was attacked, and there are a few media outlets that have run stories on this, but understand this: these dogs were owned by the lady's son. And this lady was 63 years old. So these were so-called family pets. And these dogs gave all of us yet another reason why they should be banned and driven into extinction. Because after we ban them, if they're banned, what are we going to do with them? Nothing. They should be driven, and there's no rightful place for a killer creature. Understand that. Oftentimes when lions or leopards tigers, when they find their way into human territory, quite often they're running, trying to get out. Once they get spotted, they flip out and they might slap somebody on the way, but they're trying to get out of there. Bully breed's looking for somebody to attack and prefers the smallest targets. All the more reason to hate these things. Oh, yes. Now, she was attacked, this woman was attacked by 7 pit bulls. That's a detail in the story that I did not share. I have not shared that yet. What in the 7 pit bulls? 7? One alone could have killed her. A 63-year-old woman. So all 7 decided to help. Not one of them tried to help the lady. That's not human-like. That's not a human-like quality at all. God is saying that these are family. No, they're not. They're enemies. Dogs are enemies to people. You need proof? Almost all of these attacks that we go over, they're family dogs. And the people who was attacked are dog lovers. These dogs usually attack the people who love them the most. So if that doesn't prove that they're enemies to humans, nothing will. They attack the people that do the most for them most of the time. And now if you don't understand that, you never will. Okay? Wow. You leave 7 pit bulls in a home with your 63-year-old mother? How numb to a threat could you possibly be? At that point, you're just not normal. There's something wrong with your brain, your train of thought. When you get to I don't care what influenced you, whether it be cartoons or whatever type of goofy nonsense. Maybe you've been staring at ASPCA memes all day. I don't care what it is. This is ridiculous. If you get to the point of viewing these things as harmless, so harmless, you can leave them alone with your elderly mother or your children, you are out of your mind. Plumb out of your mind. So when I say that these owners and lovers of killer dogs are out of their minds, people, I believe that I can prove that beyond a shadow of a doubt. I am not a college graduate. I don't have a degree. In fact, I am a Black American male who many believe has the lowest IQ in the world. I'm not going to overwhelm you with knowledge and intelligence. And I'm challenging the professional psychologists of the world. I'm challenging all of you. And I'm going to call more of you by name this weekend. Hopefully you specialize in dog behavior. And I'm going to challenge all of you on this. Everything I say here is justified. These things should be gotten rid of. They're bloodthirsty killers. Nothing short of that. Nothing. I'm talking about the killer dogs right now. So don't tell me a story about your hound or your poodle. Save it. This is about killer dogs. Something went wrong. If you get to the point of looking at them as being so harmless, you can leave them with your elderly mother, or that you yourself could safely acquire them. 7 pit bulls, they could have killed this boy too. Now, woman was surrounded by a pack of dogs. The dogs aggressively confronted paramedics and police, who deployed pepper spray so that they could jump the fence. These things were still attacking a 63-year-old woman. These things need to be banned right now. There ain't nothing to have it. Do you disagree with that? Let's hear it. Okay? This weekend, I am putting out all the smoke. I'm going to have an open chat. I need to make a live where it's just a pure challenge to anybody who want to get on. Where I just sit there. Anybody disagree? Come on, let's hear you right now. Okay? I need to hurry up so I can get guests. I'm going to have y'all call in. You're an opponent, you're a dog behaviorist, whatever. I'm going to give you a number and we're going to debate it. Okay? Now, when you call in, your voice is going to be heard live. Let's hear it. You could do wonders for your career. Wonders for your career. If you own me, just think about it. You're going to go viral. You will go viral. Here's another example of how these things ain't nothing but killers. People, I guarantee you, had these things been attacked by a lion, the other one would be just fine with no injuries, and the one that was attacked would be gone. You wouldn't even see it. It wouldn't even be there. And if it was there, it would be almost totally eaten, devoured. Because natural predators kill to eat. They don't kill creatures several times bigger than them just for fun. They don't even attack creatures several times bigger than them for fun. An animal only does that if it's dysfunctional, if it's abnormal. And these things are abnormal killers. This just happened last night. This story surfaced less than an hour ago. And these dogs attacked 20 sheep. Like, how do you even have energy to attack 20 sheep? These things have to be driven by something abnormal. Something abnormal has these things behaving this way. And that is their mutated, deformed, biological state of existence. That's what it is. The fact that they are worthless mutants. Not what I wanted. But this story has gone viral most definitely. This situation, both of these stories involving the 4-year-old who was killed, which a lot of people are not paying much attention to. If you go look at the results, most of the attention is paid to everything else. You almost gotta search out, you gotta look for and hunt the story of the 4-year-old that was killed, and that was probably the worst story. Probably. That was the worst story of all. The baby was killed because it was a baby. This woman lived because she was an adult. As she was being attacked, she called 911. A 4-year-old can't do that. Because she was an adult, she was able to save her own life by doing things that only adults can do. Call 911 as you're being attacked. So the 4-year-old who was attacked, this was the worst story of all. And they pay it the least amount of attention.
We messed up Halloween. It turned into a tragedy.
Spokane family is heartbroken after their 4-year-old boy was attacked and killed by their family dog.
Whoa.
Messed up Halloween. It turned into a tragedy.
Spokane family is.
We messed up Halloween.
He said it's going to be a messed up Halloween. That's what he said. I told y'all the Halloween attacks, they happen every year.
It turned into a tragedy.
No, dude, no. Is this the father? Is this somebody who was responsible for the dogs being there in the first place? Is this the man of the house who's supposed to be responsible for keeping that 4-year-old safe? Keeping deadly threats away from the 4-year-old like a man's supposed to do? What you're doing is not manly. Bringing killer dogs. I'm saying these things were bred to kill. And these attacks that they carry out, they are to kill. These things attack to kill. All other animals attack to settle disputes. Settle disputes or to send a warning or to shoo you out of here. Get out of here. It's my territory. That's true territorial aggression in behavior. These things fight to kill, and it killed your 4-year-old. The least harmful in the home. Shouldn't have had him in there in the first place.
Spokane family is heartbroken after their 4-year-old boy was attacked and killed by their family dog. This happened Halloween night, but Spokane police say it was not related to trick-or-treating or any Halloween activities. The family dog just went after the boy. SPD officers killed the dog, which had already been severely injured by the boy's family as they were trying to protect the child. We talked with police.
No. They were not trying to protect the child. The dogs wouldn't have been there. They were trying to protect you. You understand that? You get that? Don't tell me somebody's trying to protect their child and they got a house full of killer dogs.
Day, who explained that these situations are traumatic for the families, of course, but also for the first responders.
Every individual officer is an individual, so there are certain things that affect officers differently.
Stop. I don't want to hear that either. I'm sorry, stop. I'm tired of adults, I'm tired of men and women. I'm tired of everybody acting like it's somehow taboo to talk about how ridiculous it is for a 4-year-old to get killed, to be tortured to death. Let me rephrase that. Tortured to death. A 4-year-old. There should be complete outrage if this happened to an adult. But this happened to someone, yet again, who can't defend themselves. You know what I love about this movement we got going? I get to make very controversial statements that seem extreme. And then on a daily basis, I start proving what I'm saying. Me saying that these things should be gotten rid of completely. When I get on here every day, I'm proving it day after day after day after day. And that's why we go unchallenged. It's very rare that you run up on anybody who questions something that's normalized in society and can bring daily receipts to prove it. This proves that the mass has just been brainwashed. This dog culture is nothing but witchcraft.
But definitely, traumatic, I can speak for myself. Traumatic incidents involving children are particularly tough.
It's not tough. Stop that. I need to stop that. Oh, it's difficult to deal with the subject of a 4-year-old being attacked and killed by a dog. Why? You should be falling over your own feet trying to talk about a subject like that. Is it not important? What is with people wanting to avoid talking about things that are important? Things that involve fatalities, disfigurements. Stop with that. Just get out of that state of mind. Dealing with attacks on kids is tough. Ain't nothing tough about it. You should take pleasure in dealing with stuff like that so you can rectify, put a stop to it, which is what I thought these people were paid to do and took an oath to do.
Particularly tough.
The attack happened at a home near Nevada and Walton. That's near Northtown Mall. Spokane police adding they don't believe there will be any criminal charges, that this was just, quote, a tragic incident.
No, it was not. It was a sacrifice. The child's safety was sacrificed. See that? Even my claim that this is a child sacrificial cult, I justify it. I prove it every single day. Every day. So y'all, nobody can call me extreme. Nobody. I don't care. You can make a whole channel trying to debunk me. Y'all never even made an attempt to debunk me. And I'm getting upset. Because listen, if you don't answer me, if you don't respond to me, I'm going to find something that you said. And I'm going to respond to you that way. Like I've been doing. So y'all might as well. Okay? I'm looking for you.
A GoFundMe.
This weekend, all kinds of smoke. All kinds of smoke. It's going to be like a choo-choo train over here on this channel.
Has been set up for the family to help pay for the boy's funeral. You can find that information.
See what I'm talking about? Let me get this off the screen. Let me get this off the screen. This is dangerous, man. Sacrifice. So after each sacrifice, GoFundMes are set up. Y'all know that people in this world, they look for scams and cons. They make up false reasons to start GoFundMes. People in general bend over backwards to start GoFundMe accounts. Places like GoFundMe, they do a bigger job to encourage crime almost than anything else. In a long time, I've talked about how I suspect some of these people deliberately allow their dog to attack the baby, the kid, just so they can make a financial profit. And we're dealing with, listen, anybody can own these things. That means a bunch of relatively poor people who are living in poverty according to government standards, they're going to look at $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 as a fortune. They're like, oh yeah, I sacrificed my 4-year-old. I'll just have another one. That's another thing. The law's going to say, oh, it's just an accident. And then you just have another one. A lot of these people don't care. But why isn't this story, why doesn't this story currently dominate the headlines? Let's do a refresh. They should dominate headlines right now. Simply if you type in dog attack. Okay, here it is now. Oh, good, good. Hopefully we're getting through to these people. This just surfaced 19 minutes ago. So as I've been sitting here speaking, they published this one. Good. Publish another one. This whole front page should be littered with that story. Okay, they got 2, 3. Wait, yeah, 3. Publish some more. Publish some. That ain't enough. You weasel. Publish more. What is wrong with y'all, man? I'm sitting here warning y'all for months before Halloween. Warning the world. And what do y'all do? What do y'all do? The same old nuttery. And the attacks just don't stop. Not long ago, a man was flown to Dayton Hospital after being attacked by a dog. Now, as y'all know, I live here in Ohio, and I'm telling you, in this area, people are often flown to Dayton Hospital. Some people as far away as Lima, Ohio, are flown to the Dayton Hospital. They got to fly you to a high-tech special hospital when you're in very, very bad shape. And this was a grown man in bad shape. These are killers that should be banned. There's no justifying the presence of killer dogs in society.
2 people have been arrested in connection to a dog attack that left 1 man dead. Berkeley County deputies say 40.
We'll get to that later. We will get to that later. I want to deal with these sick attacks, these 2 attacks that took place that doesn't seem to be getting much press. All right. Now, this better be this should be thorough coverage. Look, they don't even have a news broadcast. Are y'all really that lazy? You can't even talk about it. You got to force us to read. Pathetic. Now look at how the baby has turned 5 years old. Listen, they've been saying the baby was 4 years old. Now the baby's 5 years old. They want the baby to be as old as possible. Yeah? Quite often they'll refer to him as a boy. A 2-year-old boy. Now look at this. According to the report, the attack occurred when the baby was trick-or-treating with their mother. Around 8 p.m., the child and their mother approached a home. When the homeowner opened the door, their 3 pit bulls ran out and attacked the child. Okay? That's a description of an unprovoked attack. You see? I got to point that out every single time because the behaviorists, veterinarians, and dog trainers, they don't know how to identify in a story whether or not it was provoked or unprovoked, because all of them say that all of these attacks are provoked and they're provoked by the kids. I'm saying no, they're not. And I challenge y'all on that subject too. Because all of you say it. All of you behaviorists, trainers, and veterinarians, you all say that. And I've been calling y'all out by name. I challenge you on that. That's an outright lie. Outright lie. And there is no source of information that's telling you that. So that proves you're lying about it. Because you can't even produce documents. You can't even produce reports. But I can. We can. Continuing on. So, unprovoked attack. They were attracted to how small and vulnerable the 4-year-old looked. And y'all love these creatures? Yeah, y'all, dog lovers, y'all love these types of characters, not me. Yeah? I'm glad that I don't admire creatures with characters like this. And man, I'd be afraid for myself if I in any way admired creatures with characters like this. Disgusting. Mother told police she was unsure which dog bit her child. However, all 3 are current on their rabies vaccinations and were under quarantine following. See, that owner, the dog owner, did that on purpose. I shared a report the other day where they said that hundreds of billions of dollars are spent on dog costumes, Halloween costumes alone. And there was a lot of advertising of dogs in Halloween costumes. It happens every year. What that does, it brainwashes dog owners and motivates them. They feel like Halloween is really a moment where kids and dogs have fun together. They've whipped it up somehow in their warped little minds that Halloween is all about dogs showing love to kids. You know? But that's all part of the sacrificial doctrine that they have. Very sick cult we're dealing with here, people. They come up with elaborate lies and they don't care. They never feel a sense of guilt even after these attacks. The parents have no feeling of guilt at all, which is mind-blowing to me. Y'all just heard the father of the 4-year-old who was killed. This is pure insanity. And then this woman who had her leg amputated. Look at the victims in these two stories. One is a woman, the other is a baby. The exact demographics that are said to be the most protected, that all other creatures protect by instinct. And it really shows how cowardly these things are. Of all the people, they focus on women, babies, toddlers. Yet I'm crazy and immoral for hating these things. Okay, we can debate
First
that
at
too.
3 o'clock, two people.
We can debate that too. Maybe you're a psychologist and you want to lecture me. Let me teach you about this hate you have in your heart. Having hate is not the way. They want me to sit up here and say, I love dogs. No, I hate them. I hate them. And me saying I hate them, I'm being honest with myself. Because I'm telling you now, if I had the power and authority, I would have them exterminated. I would drive them into extinction. I'd give the orders. If I was the president, prime minister, or whatever, they would be gone. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, and you should also hate creatures like this. Look at the pattern that they've set. This is a pattern. All these attacks, these deaths, these disfigurements, that is an established pattern of dogs. It's irrefutably a part of their collective character. There's no denying that. You prove how humane you are when you hate these things.
People have been arrested in connection to a dog attack that left one man dead. Berkeley County deputies say 45-year-old Shannon McCracken is charged with involuntary manslaughter, and both she and 44-year-old Kenneth Swain are charged with 2 counts of dangerous animals unconfined on premises. They were both granted bond within the last hour. Deputies responded to Ayers Drive Tuesday afternoon after getting a call that a man was being mauled by 2 pit bulls. That man, who later was identified as 65-year-old David Eller, was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators say the attack against Ellers was unprovoked.
Local band director.
Really? You don't say. Just wanted to give that update. That was that story of the neighbor who was killed. Will our president say anything? We heard the UK Prime Minister go public. Do y'all think Joe Biden would ever come out and say that we have a dog problem in America? He would never do that. He would never. This is a man who has had 2 shelter dogs inside the White House. We are in a whole lot of trouble, people. And to be honest with you, it's much more likely that Donald Trump would acknowledge the dog problem in America. Let's talk about presidents. We have an established pattern here in the United States over the past few decades of women, primarily children, being tortured, sometimes killed. No less than 1 child is killed every 2 weeks. 5 million dog bites per year, over half are children. 800,000 ER visits, over half are children. At least half are children. 20 to 30,000 reconstructive surgeries, half children. I'd like to know how many extended hospital visits there are. And of course, fatalities, at least half of children, infants included. No other problem in America causes the torture and fatality of that demographic, children and newborns. Yet the presidents never say anything about the dog problem in America. I think y'all should. You know, I think I'm going to beat the drum to help encourage y'all. The presidents, the mayors. Where are the mayors at saying, hey, we got a dog problem? Anytime we hear from a mayor or senator, you hear about them removing bans, giving dogs more freedom to maul and attack people. What type of governor are you if you're going to legalize killers to attack the citizens you claim to be serving? Especially when half the victims is toddlers. I think this makes any president, any governor, any governing body of people look very bad. Like it's hard to make yourself look worse than your refusal to deal with this problem as a problem, which it is. Now I'm going to keep up with these two stories and look out for a couple of real short videos. I feel like these stories need to be signal boosted best as possible. And so I'm going to put a couple videos out for people who prefer short videos. These are horrible stories that is swept under the rug for the most part by media outlets. And it's crazy. When it comes to dog attacks, you really have to depend on independent media, grassroots media. But it is what it is. I'm okay with that. Right? I'm up for the job. Shout out to everybody able to join me for this late live stream. It is Friday, people. We made it. We made it. Happy Friday. And this weekend is going to be rough for the dog lover world. Okay? I'm putting on my army boots, getting all my fatigue and gear ready, and I'm setting it off starting tonight. And I hope you all are able to join me as we continue with this crusade.